everybody. Let's see who pops in. I'm having some little bits of a whole bunch of different leftovers. I have a bit of the udon noodles, stir fry with black pepper pork in here, and some other plain udon noodles. The stuffed chicken. Yes, having my lunch. So I have some stuffed chicken that I made on Saturday, and these curry kebabs. Hey Jacob, and curry egg. We're having lunch of leftovers. Hey Jacob just finished watching your 2K video and commented. There we go. So, yep, just a whole bunch of different leftovers put together in the same bowl and heated up. So, what'd you have for lunch, Jacob? Because I think it's later. And is it supper time for you, Tom Tom? There's okay. We had doors open this week and it was cooler, and we got a couple flies in this stupid house. And I hate flies. I have a little fly zapper thing. But it was so hot. Like I walked to my appointment and back. Only took 15-20 minutes walk from my house. My phone was so hot that like I got a telemarketer calling me from like China or something. Like it was somebody speaking to me in Chinese and then like a recording in English. That my phone crashed. So what'd you have for supper, Tom Tom? Tonight we're going to have, like, it crashed, it rebooted on its own because it was so hot. It was 30, I guess it's about 34 degrees. The sun, it's not overcast. It said it was supposed to be overcast. It's not overcast. It's like, I could probably fry eggs outside on my driveway. Like, walked in 20 minutes, and that was enough. Walked back. I'm so glad my house has air conditioning. If we didn't, I'd be completely miserable. And tonight, I'm going to make, I have Oktoberfest sausages, and I'm going to make potatoes and peppers and onions. Probably a salad as well. I'll probably do the, I usually do them in the oven, like as a casserole, put the Oktoberfest sausages on top. But I'm going to do the sausages probably on the barbecue. Pasta bolognese is good. We were supposed to have that last week. We didn't, because Hubby had it at lunchtime. Because that was all that was available. I still have to make my menu plan this week. That should come out probably tomorrow. Today, my grocery haul from I don't know what happened there. Internet connection or something. So, yeah, I'm just trying to think of what. At one point, we're gonna have more chicken thighs because I still have. I'll probably cook those up as well tonight on the barbecue. That way, I don't have to cook tomorrow. I just have to heat everything up. I'll just probably put seasoning on them, the Old Bay seasoning. I cooked them in the oven and stuffed them with ham and cheese on Saturday, and my family loved it. So I'll probably do the same thing, but do it on the barbecue. That way I don't have to have the oven heated up, and I'll put the potatoes in the toaster oven because it doesn't heat up as much as the oven does. Maybe I might do the potatoes on the barbecue as well. Oh, Ninja Master. Oh, thank you very much. I just finished watching Jacob's 2K thing on my way home. It was good, and I saw you in there too. I'm just having leftovers. A bit of leftover chicken, a bit of leftover curry, kebabs with curried egg, some udon noodles and ramen noodles, and the beef, not beef, peppered pork. I thought it was peppered beef, but like, I froze it, but it was pork. So we had that. I'm just eating leftovers. Nothing fancy. And there's vegetables in here too. See, green bean. Hi, Columbia fam. Yeah, the chicken, all I did was I deboned some thighs I got on my grocery haul, which the video will be up shortly. I paid $5 a kilogram for them. So that's, hey Google, how much is $5 a kilogram in pounds?
My apologies. I don't understand.
2.2. Hey Google, what is 5 divided by 2.2?
The answer is approximately 2.273.
So I paid approximately $2.27 a pound for chicken thighs. So I took half the package and I deboned them. Hey, 50 chickens in the hen house. And then I put some Black Forest ham in it and some mozzarella cheese and wrapped it back up. Just sprinkled Old Bay seasoning in it and put it in the oven and cooked it until they were done. And that's what this is, some leftovers from. Yummy. Now I still have the other half package that I'm just going to do the Old Bay seasoning and do on my barbecue. For not tonight's supper, but for tomorrow night. But I'm going to cook it tonight since I'm going to have the barbecue going. But if it's this hot at supper time, I might have a late supper. I might do the potatoes on the barbecue too. That way I don't have to have anything heating up the house. So, what did you guys have for lunch? Or supper? Just went and grabbed some water. I was really thirsty. It's 1:14 p.m. here. So 2 o'clock. Lunch just... There we go. What do you think you'll have, Ninja Master, for lunch? Sorry. Yeah, I don't know why. I think it's fixed now. Hopefully. Is the meatloaf for lunch or for supper? Is it already cooked meatloaf or just like you're reheating in the microwave? You're not sure. Oh, okay. I like meatloaf. If it's my mother-in-law's meatloaf. My mom's version of making meatloaf was never good. She couldn't make meatloaf if you paid her. It was always some, no matter how much stuff she put in it, it was always dry. But my mother-in-law's meatloaf, she uses tomato soup in it and eggs and stuff, and it comes out perfectly. So that's the only meatloaf I like. It's nice also if my grandmother used to make meatloaf, and she would take leftover meatloaf and make a meatloaf sandwich, and that was really good. Maybe I'll have meatloaf this week on the menu. I do have some ground beef. And I'm just trying to think of some things to put on the menu this week. You've seen what my menu plan the last 2 months, like 2 months have been. So I'm just trying to think of something different. So Ninja Master, do you do anything besides video games? Like, do you play sports or that? Do you have plans this summer, like summer camps or vacation? You're playing Roblox. Hey Google, what is Roblox?
According to Wikipedia, Roblox is a massively multiplayer online game creation platform that allows users to design their own games and play a wide variety of different types of games created by other users through Roblox Studio.
Cool. So it's kind of like Minecraft, but you make your own games. You don't go play any sports. Okay, but you went to click camp a few weeks ago. Even so, it's raining here. I really miss winter. Okay, I don't like summer either. We are having a massive heat wave. It's like the same temperature as Florida here. You can play all kinds of games and you can make games. Very cool. Um, so when do you go back to school, Ninja Master? My kids just got off school end of June, and they don't go back to school till September 4th, I think. They like to swim. That is cool. Do you play it on a computer? Okay, I think I'm back. we go. Hopefully you guys come back. Katarazu. Yeah, no, I went and rebooted the server or router or whatever, the white thing downstairs. So you go back at the end of August. Mm. Hey TJ's Wood Workshop. How's it going? Oh, hello Hundu from Russia. Hello from Canada. We are going through a heat wave here. Just drinking some water. It's like 34 degrees Celsius without the heat index, which add another 5 degrees, which is crazy. Not too bad. I'm doing pretty good. I was having bad connection earlier. I think it's fixed. So I was just eating leftovers today. I have some leftover chicken and some leftover curry kebab and um, some curried egg and udon and ramen noodles and veggies. There's a carrot. Kataruzu. I've never heard of that type of burger. My kids don't go back to school till September 4th. Um, here in Canada. Hey, get to the farm. Chickens, Perkins burgers. Okay. Probably a chicken, like a chicken burger, uh, breaded chicken burger. Long time no see. Get to the farm. I'll have coffee later. Right now I'm just drinking some more because I'm still cooling down. I was outside today. I walked to my appointment and back. And it was so hot my phone crashed and rebooted because it got overheated just from being out for 20 minutes. So that was fun. No, I did not watch the summit with Putin and Trump. Um, to me, I find the whole thing. There we go. I don't know what happened there. No, I don't really. I'm awful at geography. The Caspian Sea. I've I think I've heard of it. I'm glad that you've been able to get to the farm. So you're home every other day. That's good. Very awesome. Hey Google, what is the Dagestan Caspian Sea?
Sorry, I can't help with that yet.
Hey Google, volume up. Hey Google, what is the Caspian Sea?
According to Wikipedia, the Caspian Sea is the largest enclosed inland body of water on Earth by area, variously classed as the world's largest lake or a full-fledged sea.
Very cool. The world's largest lake or full-fledged sea. Because it's encompassed by land. Do you live near there? Canada has the most lakes, most country with the most lakes, and I believe the most fresh bodies of water. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. I think it has like something like the. I'll say, hey Google, how much water does Canada have?
On the website canada.ca, they say, after all, we're often told that Canada has some 20% of the world's total freshwater resources. However, less than half of this water, about 7% of the global supply, is renewable.
So 20%, sorry. Well, personal plan. As long as you move forward, even with a few steps back, and still continue moving forward, it's all good. How did you end up breaking your leg anyways? Okay, it's not, but I think it's done the buffering now, I think. Black Sea and the former dried out Ariel Lake. Okay. I've heard of the Black Sea. Is it called the Black Sea because it's black? Yeah, ask Google. Hey Google, why is the Black Sea called the Black Sea?
According to Wikipedia, he also thought that the Black Sea was called inhospitable before Greek colonization because it was difficult to navigate and because its shores were inhabited by savage tribes. The name was changed to hospitable after the Milesians had colonized the southern shoreline, the Pontus, making it part of Greek.
So I guess Ariel Lake is not a lake anymore. Hey Google, what is Ariel Lake?
According to Wikipedia, Lake Ariel. Lake Ariel is a village in Lake Township, Wayne County, Pennsylvania. It was once the site of an amusement park.
Had to bail. You were in a horse cart accident. Had to bail out. Ouch. Hey Google, what is Aral Lake?
csf.edu, they say. Some other words for different kinds of oral sex are
Oh,
job.
hey Google, stop. Hey Google, what is ARAL Lake?
Here's a summary from the website en.wikipedia.org. RAL color standard. In colloquial speech, RAL refers to the RAL classic system, mainly used for
Hey
varnish
Google,
and powder.
stop. I don't know. Apparently Google doesn't like me trying to spell that lake. Sperma. I'm a sperma cat Terezu. I don't know what that means. Do sperma who? Hey Google, what is sperma who?
According to Wikipedia, sperm is the male reproductive cell and is derived from the Greek word sperma.
Okay. Hi Ninja Master. Well, I'm glad you're still here. We're playing with Google and trying to figure out these things. Awesome. Congrats. Yeah, Hundu is from Russia, so um English is not that great because I'm like I don't understand. Campsian Sea dried out due to Russia. Our states using all inflowing water for watering agriculture. Environmental disaster. Oh, that's not so good. Get to the farm. Yeah, well, sometimes Googling some stuff. I remember back in the day of when the internet like kind of really came out and you started searching for stuff. Almost everywhere you went to ended up at like a porn site or one of those ones that you paid money to enter or something. Like you Google chicken breast recipes, exactly, and it would go somewhere that involved ladies. And it's like, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, Handu, I don't know what you're saying, and we're trying to figure it out, but it's not translating well. That's fine. I have no idea what that is, so I have no idea. Myself, I play games on Facebook, and on my phone. I have Beastmaster and Megaopolis. I play those. Um, Toanga. I suggest a rent, but it's your choice. Yeah, I don't know what he's saying, so but I'm trying to see what that means. Um, my problem is it gives me stuff in another language that I have no idea what it means. My daughter plays games on the TV downstairs. We got some games off for the computer box there. She plays, I think it's Half Life and a few other ones we just got. Is it a place in Russia? But it's not. Oh, okay. Game on Roblox called Island Royale. It's just like Fortnite. That is the game I've gotten some wins on. Cool. No, you could throw a wrench. I'll have to ask Rowan what games she plays downstairs. If I tried to Google what that was, and I'm like, I don't. The spelling doesn't quite translate. Well, we give for a lot of leeway, but that was, yeah. Well, kept on repeating the same stuff, and I'm like, I don't understand what, you know. It wasn't quite offensive because, well, I had no idea what it was, but it is what it is. Just been here this morning's live feed. We had like four of them popping in and out. Hey Jacob, welcome back. Jacob was here this morning and I think saw all the silly trolls we had. But this one was at least interesting. It was in another language. I guess. More people. Yes, yeah, Ninja Master saw that too, and it's like, wow, like, where'd they all go? Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, because we have a box downstairs. What's it called? And we have controllers for it, and but we also like access like Netflix and Plex and YouTube and all that stuff through there. But my daughter plays these games. Some of them we get for free, some of them you pay for. And yes, and it was like, well, look if you look at my live stream, that's how many thumbs down we had because they just kept on coming in and talking about negative stuff and giving a thumbs down. And as I was saying to Ninja Master, like, no, they're probably a bunch of teenagers that have nothing better to do. Even though I know that they are a teenager, but most teenagers aren't. Even though I'm a mom of teenagers, they my kids know they'd be if they went into a channel and was all negative, I would be very upset. I'm gonna charge my phone because it's dying here. Where Roblox is a free game. Cool. I'll have to tell her about it. I'm sure she would like to play it. I thought of blocking. Eh. Yeah, because I'm like Tom. I mean, Tom Tom's in Germany, and his English is pretty good, and that so sometimes people's English is not very good. So I like to give them at least some leeway, but they just kept on repeating the same stuff. I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying, even though it implies that it was like sexual or something. Because I'm like, I don't know what that is. And when I tried to Google it, I'm like, it didn't come up. I thought perhaps it was a city or something, but got led to obvious relation to reproduction. Yeah, well, that's why it came up with like images of like reproduction, but like not porn. It was just I'm like I don't know because you never know. Because I mean, there's lots of places called um, bad names in other languages. Like there's so you never know. Like in that language, it's not a bad word, but say in English it is, or something that's in English is a bad word in another language. For example, the word for seal in French is the F word. Doesn't mean that you're using the F word. And then in French, for swear words, it's all like against the church, like it's names of parts of the church, which isn't technically a bad word, but the way that they use it is. Okay. Yeah, no, it went to like definition and it showed like the egg and the sperm was hitting the egg. Like, I'm like, what? Yes. Yeah, no. Well, it's one of those things that you're like trying to figure it out and you're like, yeah, I don't want to see this. It was something also I was looking at one of my YouTube people I watch had stuff with chickens, right? And they were talking about something, and I was Googling what that was. And it went to like some sort of like chicken reproduction thing or something, but then it went to another site that was not chicken related, and it was like completely off. And I'm like, that's not what they're talking about. Like they were talking about their chickens and trying to make different breeds of chickens mate and stuff like that, which is what they were trying to talk about. And I was just trying to, because I like to learn, right? I like to, I'm always learning something. But then it went to something completely off and weird. Not something I wanted to really stay on that website for. Exactly. Hey, Jalan, how's it going? Yes, exactly. I don't speak Russian either, at all. Vodka. That boat has Russian. And borscht, maybe. That's what it. I know English and I know a little bit of French. Yes. I like borscht. My family doesn't. I've tried to make borscht many times from various different recipes. And my family doesn't like borscht. And there's only so much borscht you can eat. And borscht really does not freeze well. It's not a soup that freezes well. So now when I want to make borscht, I make a small pot, like like a saucepan pot versus my soup pots. So my family likes pickled beets though. So when beets are in season here, I usually can get like 5 or 10 pounds for like $2 for the bag, and then I will cook them and peel them and pickle them. Said it to be Lithuanian Russian content was on his channel. Okay. Yeah, I went to his channel too, and there wasn't much there. That's why I always say to people that they should at least put at least one video up or something, even if they're just not necessarily a YouTuber, and just because people will go there and think you're um, like a spammer or a troll. Because some people all the trolls that have come in have 2 or 3 subscribers and no videos type. I grow beets but find them musty flavored, but somehow I love borscht. Uh, you should try spiced pickled beets with allspice and cloves and vinegar and salt. They are super yummy. They're great to have diced on a salad. My family just likes eating them. We usually around Thanksgiving and Christmas time. They taste really good with turkey. Is the grand like pickled beets? Meh. Yeah, I have to get into eating more salads because we eat salads, but I wanted to have I'd like to have a for lunches, just have a big cold plate of salad stuff. Ooh, sorry. I think I need coffee. Come with me. Plug you. We're gonna go heat up some coffee because I don't want to make a fresh pot. But if I'm yawning, that means I need caffeine. Mama needs coffee. Oh, my analytics. I just checked, and I am at 3,920 hours. I only have 80 more hours to go. Yay! And then I'll be on the wait list for them to look at my channel. Yet again. Third time's a charm, right? So I've got over the 1,000 subscribers. I've had that since March. Need my coffee. A salad every day, sometimes meat for a chef salad type treat. Keep the weight down since I have been. Well, that's the other thing too. Is I want to. Oh, awesome! Thanks. Get to the farm. I really appreciate that. Yeah, the summer is much easier to eat healthier, to eat more fruits and vegetables. A, because it's cheaper. B, it's readily available. And C, it's just too darn hot to do a lot of things. Now, we keep our house very cold because, well, we like it cold. Because if the basement's freezing, the main floor is good, and then the upstairs is tolerable. Because we have the heat wave, we have our air conditioners like 30 years old. Uh, came with the house. I mean, we've only been here 13 years, and it was old then. And our furnace is original furnace, so it came with the house. Um, so it works when if it's under 31 degrees, it's working fine. When it's over 31, upstairs really doesn't get cooled off as much as anything. So the basement gets really cold, and the upstairs not so much. Heated up my coffee. So, yeah, I figured I'd do a lunch live stream because I don't do those that often. And the rest of the week, I'm pretty busy um, with appointments and stuff. I think I'm free on Wednesday. But that's about it. I'm going to plug my phone back in. Do, do, do. Yes, so I changed up my analytics settings to show hours instead of minutes because minutes is just like too confusing. So yeah, so I'll show you that was, and I just looked. See, 20 hours to go. Turn this down a little so I'm more in the picture versus the wall. I think I'm catching up on the lack of sleep we've had the past. When it's hot, we also don't sleep as well. Need to do a marathon though for the turn. Yeah, but I find, you know what I've been finding with my live streams. So if my live stream is like, if I'm chatting on here for a couple of hours, yeah, I'll get more than a couple of hours of watch time because there's usually a couple people that will stay for 20 or 30 minutes, right? But if I have a shorter live stream, more people are on at once, and that like multiplies more because the same people stay for like 20, 30 minutes, but my live stream's only about 30 minutes or so. It's now like 8 hours of watch time versus I can be on for 2 hours and it's like 8 hours of watch time. So I don't know. I think I just need to have different live streams at different times of the day to catch different people. You know, my usual people I catch are in the morning. Yep, because when I go on it, like sometimes my 3 hour live stream is only 8 hours, but my one this morning, which was an hour or 55 minutes, was also 8 hours, and it shows like how many people. Plus, we had a whole bunch. We did have a whole bunch in here because there were trolls. Um, so they were watching for what, 5 minutes, and then if you look at that video, um, my live stream from this morning, it has like the most thumbs downs I've ever had. I think there's like 7. Because each time they popped in, with a new account or with the same account. Like one time came back, yep, I'm not that early anymore. That's why you don't see me then. So only catch the later ones. Yes. So that's what I can say. If I switch it up by having a couple of early ones and a couple of later ones, then I catch everybody. And also go try and go and respond to the comments in my comment section. I get behind sometimes on that too. I like the live stream because I really like interacting with you guys and catching up and finding out what's new with you guys. Yeah, because what time is 8:30 Eastern Standard Time for you get to the farm? And are you still doing yours at 4 o'clock? Luckily, thumbs are all counted the same. Who's at my door? I don't like answering the door. Hello. Yep. Okay, thank you. Is that fine? Oh, Jen Hall. Okay. Have you ordered something? I hate answering the door, but since oops, since I saw he looked like he was dropping it on the steps, I went and answered. Do a short game today as I'm off. So it works. Well, so is that 6:30 your time or 6:30 my time? Oh, so 8:30. So 8:30, 6:30 your time. So when and your live stream is what's this? When are you gonna be? Your 6:30 is my time for your morning shows. Yeah, that is kind of early for you, eh? Amazon. Mine is at your 4 p.m. Okay. So I was gonna say I thought it was 4 p.m. or 4:30. Let's see what's on here. 3D animation right now. It is for a 4-H project. That's cool. Yeah, Jalan, Ninja Master is also a teenager on here. And then more people come on in the morning because most of the trolls. Well, that was the first time I've had that many trolls ever. Um, Usually, if I do an afternoon session, like 3, 4 o'clock or supper time, my time, like Eastern Standard Time, that's when the trolls come out. Usually in the morning, they're not up yet. They're sleeping in because they're usually teenagers that don't have nothing better to do. Nothing wrong with teenagers. That's most teenagers I know are good teenagers, including my kids. Let's see what's in here. You're a morning person. I am now. I used to work overnights, so I'm a night person. But when my alarm goes off, yes, you're a good teenager too. Yes, your parents taught you well. Oh, yes, I know what this is. Paper shredder. Yay. We needed one. Our old one died. And just a basic paper shredder. So, Ninja Master, um, how old are you? From your videos, it looks about 14, 15, I'm guessing. So, it has a spot you can shred CDs too. And credit cards. 14. See? Cool. My girls are 15 and 17, 15 and a half and 17. So we got now a paper shredder and a nice box. Wow, my husband just ordered it like last night, like 10 o'clock, and it came now. Ottawa just got and that for it. There's like now I think about 1,000 new jobs started for it. Yeah. See, I like shopping in stores, and hubby likes to shop online. Message. Gonna message hubby saying his shredder's here. So, Ninja Master, how long have you had a channel for? Jolon, you're what, 14, 15 as well, eh? Because I think your sister's younger. That stupid fly. I hate flies. there's like two flies in here. Thanks, Jacob, for the emojis. Um, so is it hot? Get to the farm where you are. We're having a crazy heat wave. What's my favorite number? I like 24. Hey, Amanda! You caught me. No problem. I'm glad you popped in. I just checked my analytics. Only 80 more hours to go. Yay. My favorite number is the 24th, and Amanda will know why. 24, because that's our birthday number. Yes. So close. It's so far away. Yes, we're birthday twins. Different years, but birthday. So my favorite number is 24. Your birthday's in a few days? Cool. So will you be turning 15? Happy birthday if I don't see you. Hopefully you do a birthday video and I'll pop in and say hi. I like saying happy birthday to people. Yeah, Jacob, I think everybody's on here supporting you. So mine is the 13th. Yours the third. See, my mom's favorite number was the 13, was because it was also her birthday number too. Yeah, Amanda is an awesome YouTube supporter. I still say you need to do a video with your dogs and your other animals. I'm having coffee. I cheated by heating up the leftovers from this morning. Yes, it was his 2K video. I sent him a little 2-second clip of congratulating him for um, reaching 2K too. Mine's at the very end of his video. But thanks for putting the links to the channels that sent you the links, Jacob. That is awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna make. I didn't make the jam either. I still haven't made the jam. I think I'll be making jam today because I have to do those because the strawberries are now defrosted. I had leftovers. I still have a tiny bit. Um, full. I had leftover of the curry kebab and the curry potatoes, some ramen noodles and udon noodles, a little bit of chicken that was left over from Saturday with some veggies. So, still eating up. Uh, yeah, so eating leftovers. Rowan had a bit of chicken. She had a juice box, a pineapple one, but then she had it on an empty tummy in her tummy, so she just had some piece of chicken. So she might have some more later. Um, oh yeah, yeah. I told you that Abby made it to camp all fine. Um, so I haven't heard from her since this morning. So so far so good. Um, I think Ron's gonna hang out with a friend for a bit today. I thought. I'm like, she said this afternoon. Hi, CR. How's it going? Um, I think she's babysitting one day. She, she's going to, well, she's on the phone right now with one of her friends. And then she's meeting up with one of her friends on Wednesday, I think. So, having lunch by myself. Well, I finished. I still have some leftovers, but I got full. So there was curried kebab and some chicken and some ramen and udon and veggies and a curried egg. But I've got full. Oh, you gotta go, Ninja Master. Have a great day. Bye. Nice chatting with you. And if I don't see you on your birthday, happy birthday. I know you said it's in a few days, but I'm not sure when, so feel free to tell us when your birthday is. I'll pop over and watch your channel. Hopefully you do like a birthday, come celebrate my birthday video. So is everybody else having a heat wave? Yes. Plus 30 here. Hey Google, what's the weather?
Currently in Ottawa, it's 33 and partly cloudy. Today, it'll be cloudy with a forecasted high of 34 and a low of 21. There is currently a heat warning in effect.
Yes. I already went out, walked to my appointment for 20 minutes and walked back, and my skin felt like I was frying. I don't know where this partly cloudy thing is happening. There's, yeah, maybe a few wisps of clouds, but it ain't covering no sun. So it was so hot, and there was a recording or something because it did a translation of something of call us back and press a number or something. It was so hot, my phone crashed and rebooted. I'm like, okay. Bread to add to my playlist. My family is 50-50. The one who liked it most finished it right off, though. Well, that's good. The way I see it, I cannot please my whole family at once. Very rarely, except for my baked mac and cheese. um, yeah, it's warm here. I don't even want to walk outside to the car. All I can say is thank God for air conditioning. My house is cold right now. Like the basement's cold to the point that you need like blankets. The main floor is cool. Upstairs still a bit warm. Whenever, because we have an old air conditioner and old furnace and stuff. Like it came with the furnace came with the house. The air conditioner probably shortly after. Um, so when it's above 30, we found under 30, like it's 27, 29 or so, the upstairs gets cooled off pretty good. And my husband likes it cold, like cool at night. So yes, we have the settings for the air conditioner at like 17, but it's never, it might be 17 in the basement. And it's still 22 or 3 or more upstairs. Hello, princess. Have you come again? Are you come again? Yes. She's like, Mommy's talking. She must be calling me. It's mildly hot here. We have a log house at the farm. It is always tons cooler. Oh, my friend, she lives like in Richmond, which is just outside of Canada. She doesn't have an AC. She does have like a above ground pool, but she doesn't have an AC. And I've been over there when it's hot. It's in the country. It's like 10 degrees hot, like cooler, at least 5 degrees cooler. And this past week with the heat wave, she was experiencing like it was hot inside. Um, because normally it just is pleasant inside. Like as long as you don't have to do like strenuous work, it's nice. If you have to do strenuous work, you're working up the sweat. Fill it with cold night air. Well, that's what she does. Is open up the windows. Like normally she has the windows open all the time, but with this heat wave, she has to close the windows during the day because otherwise the hot air comes in. But yeah, see, the problem is it's not even really going down at night. Like we normally in our summers, it'll go hot during the day and then go down below 10 degrees at night. But lately, it hasn't even gone down really below 15. So it's like still in the 20s at like 2 o'clock in the morning, which is still not cool. Which is like a cool, like, it's a spring summer day. Okay, support to rain here. I want it to rain so bad because my garden needs it. It so needs it. Um, tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow I might have to go to the garden and water it. Yeah, it's been just too hot here. Yeah, we complain when it's wintertime that it's too cold, and we complain when it's too hot. We don't like it at all. We barely hit that at night, 10 degrees Celsius. Wow. supposed to be 100 all week. Ick. Hey Google, what's the weather this week?
Today through Saturday in Ottawa, it'll be cloudy most of the time, but on Wednesday and Thursday it'll be sunny. Highs will fall from 34 today to 25 on Wednesday, then stay around 30 until Saturday. Lows will be in the low 20s today, stay around 12 until Wednesday, then rise to 17 on Saturday. There is currently a heat warning in effect.
So no rain this week. Ugh. That means I have to go to the garden and water. And that means I have to spend time outside in the heat. Because it's complete sun there. Which is good for the plants. But not so great for me. Because I don't deal well with the heat. Frost on 4th of July. Yes, I saw your video. I think it was from your channel. Um that your potatoes got hit. You had the rolling farm, and then you got frost. But potatoes are pretty hardy. They usually will do well. It's all the leaf lettuces and stuff like that, like the spinaches and leaf lettuces and stuff. What? That's crazy. Yeah, please do the rain dance. Hmm. I like fall. Fall is beautiful. It's the pretty colors of the leaves. Here in Canada, the leaves, all the trees change different colors. Night, it's night. It's pleasant during the day. It's cool at night. Spring is usually just too wet, and we did not have our wet spring this year. Last year we had very wet summers, so taking snow rather than the frost. Snow is a tad warmer to the plants. For uh, hey Ninja Badger, what are you doing on the laptop? Oh, I was just checking with the channel. And just stay on live for the next several days so we can just get. Well, I find with the snow, you can usually, if you know that there's going to be snow, well, if you know there's going to be frost, you can put a sheet out on your plants. But snow tends to just blanket your plants. Because I've had snow, like I've not harvested my vegetables, um, till late, usually late September, sometimes, and sometimes late October. Like last year, we had a very warm fall, and it was low. We had snow, and I was still able to harvest the Brussels sprouts and tomatoes. Like there were still a few. No, they were green tomatoes because I was trying to wait to see if they would go red. Um, but then we got them, and we did some fried green tomatoes, and then some um, got red by just putting them by the window. I would have been outside and noticed freaky weather. Well, yeah, but I guess getting your people, your family to notice and doing that. I guess like you have to pay attention to the weather more. Yeah, the problem is that, like I could be live, and if nobody's in here, nobody, it won't be getting any hours. So I find doing a few live streams, you get more hours. And I find the smaller ones are better too. It's a huge garden to cover with sheets, and we also have bad wind deep in this row. Some plant, not frosted treacle. Yeah, we'll just do the live streams because our live streams are like hours long. Yeah, because I don't know anything about doing a short live stream. I think my shortest one is maybe, well, some of my short ones are technical difficulties, but usually it's about an hour is my short ones. Watch the video more. I think so. I think it still counts. Um, but you have to not do it too much. Like you can't just watch the same video over and over and over again. But 8 times in one day from the same IP. Awesome! Thank you, Amanda. I I did not know that. I knew it was a few, but um, I don't. I don't know the detail. Like people have been saying, same with like when you're supporting a new channel to watch at least a minute or so of the channel so your subscription stays on, which I think works because sometimes I've noticed some people I've supported and not watched a video that the next time I'm on, I'm not supporting them. I'm like, I was supporting you, I just hadn't had time to watch a video because I pop into a live stream and I'm supporting people by participating in the live stream, and I'll watch a video later, you know? Awesome. Cool. That is awesome. Thank you. Just felt the ground shake a bit. I think a big truck just went by or something because I'm like, is that an earthquake? No, I don't think so. also let it run on 2 times speed. Muting it. Yeah, you turn the volume off on your computer off, but not on the video. Because if you mute the video, then it doesn't count. But I think the 2 times speed only counts for the time actually watched, not the time of the video. So if you watched a 10-minute video and it only took you 5 minutes, it would count as 5 minutes, I think. But I'm not 100% sure. You'd have to ask more people, more knowledgeable. Well, it might be just a rumor, but I've heard it from like more than one source. No, don't mute the playlist, but turn down the volume of the um the your computer. I think that is what I've been told. It will only count if you wanted to have hits on the video in the playlist. Okay. Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I've done before on other people's playlists. Is I put headphones in and just turn the volume down so you don't hear anything from the headphones, and do other stuff. I don't like a lot of noise. Like I'll be doing like 8 different things. Uh, Sushi's meowing. So if you were right, double speed playback still only counts for the actual time spent on the video. Then a 2-hour video would only count for 1 hour of watch time on double speed. Okay. Yeah, because I think that's how it works. But you get more. Yeah, I don't know how that. I just know some people are really good with the analytics and figuring out the math that goes with YouTube. Well, I'm just like whatever. I'm not that knowledgeable. Well, yes, live is so much better for watch time because I can get, like, say if I have 6 people in here watching for 20 minutes, 6 times 20 is 120 minutes, and my video is only 20 minutes long. But even then, sometimes the math doesn't work with that either. And also, I've been told by somebody else, I don't know, that if people rewatch like the live streams, that somehow is good for your channel too, especially if they comment after the fact. Watch my techies on the weekend. Awesome. Yeah, I have a few channels that are techies and stuff, and I watch it. I've just been so busy trying to watch everybody's channel and watching their videos and trying to help them out because they've helped me out, right? So, hey Donna, missed you this morning. Yes. So if you have a computer, like for example, I have multiple different tabs open, right? If you had different tabs of the same channel watching 2 playlists or whatever, and just turn down your volume, but not on the video, but turn down the volume of your computer, you could watch more. Just don't speed up or mute it, I think. When you buy frozen meats, do you ever buy frozen fish patties or frozen grilled red fish? I was wondering, do you use tartar sauce on your fish? Yes, I use tartar sauce. Oh, Princess says hello. Yes. She's like, Mummy's talking. She must be talking to me. Um, I fish. I don't buy fish that often. I buy like fish fillets. And then I buy breaded fish. Um, I don't buy grilled, but I buy frozen meats. Yeah, I like. Well, okay, I absolutely love the Kraft tartar sauce, but it's really hard to find. You can find the Heinz one here, but the Kraft one is really hard to find. Now, I do buy the President's Choice brand one. It's good. And in all case, if I can't find it, I make my own of just mayo and relish. Yes, okay. You're like, Mommy, pet me. Do the British use tartar sauce on their fish and chips? Do they use ketchup? I don't know. I'd have to ask. I have a friend who's from England, um, and she lives here in Canada, but I don't know. What's the usual type of fish British use for fish and chips? Do you know? No, we use halibut, sole, cod, um, Alaskan pollock for like the cheapest fish. Depending on the fish and chip spots, they'll say what it is. But what do you have a fur ball or something? What? Uh, what you doing? Oh, likes the fish and chips, tuna and ceviche. Oh, I want to make ceviche. I had ceviche when we were on the cruise like many moons ago and loved it. Hey Google, do people in Britain use tartar sauce on their fish and chips?
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help.
Yeah, the Kraft tartar sauce. That's the kind I always try to buy. It's not easy to find here. I used to be able to find it, but then they stopped having it on one. And the Heinz is too, I find, too vinegary. Like there's too like it's not bad, but the Kraft one is nice and smooth and not tangy as like not as tangy. By pronounced Pollock. It's Pollock. Pollock. Really? Cool. I did not know that. Pollock, not Pollock. Cool. Yeah, I just don't know because I know the Heinz and the Kraft taste different. The Kraft is creamier and not as tangy, and the Heinz one is more vinegary. The President's Choice one that's here that we get from like Loblaws and Superstore, it's pretty good. It's also creamy. And then when I make it at home, I just use Hellman's mayonnaise and sweet relish in a pinch. But because sometimes I'll have a craving for fish and chips, and I always have at least some frozen fish fillets that I can make like battered fish in the freezer. But I don't always have tartar sauce. Mayo, relish, lemon juice with some garlic powder. Ah, see, I've always just put mayo and relish, but just in a pinch. Lunch is over again. Get back to it. Get at it. My old daddy made ceviche by the gallon. Oh, I'd love to eat ceviche by the gallon. Shrimp ceviche. Hey, get to the farm. If you have the recipe, feel free to ceviche. That would be so good. It is okay. So it's raw fish and or shrimp or like some sort of seafood, and diced vegetables like peppers, onions, celery type thing, and some sort of sauce made with like citrus fruit, so lemon juice and stuff, because the lemon juice actually cooks the raw fish, and you have like a fish salad. In the lake between Panama Canal's locks, Guten Lake had tons of invasive fish, so there's no limit. We sold bass ceviche to all their friends. Mmm, yum. Bye, Ciara. Thanks for coming by, and feel free to check out a playlist and keep on creating. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes, 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 yes. Now I so want to watch that. Make it so. Yum. We used to juice. We used to juice gunny sacks of fresh local limes. Hey Google, what is a gunny sack?
According to Wikipedia, a gunny sack, also known as a gunny shoe or toe sack, is an inexpensive bag, historically made of hessian formed from jute, hemp, or other natural fibers.
Hey Google, how big is a gunny sack?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that.
No, good. How big is that? But I use bottled lemon or lime juice. No. Yum. I would so eat that. Even with bottled lemon or lime juice. The only lemon and lime juice I get to have these days is concentrated bottle form. It's cheaper that way. I like, so we get the true lemon and true lime. It's the dehydrated lemon, and it's in packets. So one packet's about the equivalent of like a quarter of a lemon or a slice or whatever. That I we buy through usually Amazon, and we get a whole bunch because again, like I buy fresh lemons and limes, but they sometimes go bad. I do have like a bottle of lemon juice, but sometimes the dehydrated lemon and lime crystals is like pure juice, but just in a dry form. So you add like a teaspoon of water with the crystals, and it's like fresh lemon juice. Yum. We used to fish that mini bass in a Saturday as well. Fish with Colombian largemouth pisca. Sure. Grew up in the southwest deserts of Phoenix, Arizona. I live by the maxim rule of thumb. Don't see or smell the ocean. Don't wear the fish. Yes, very true. Now, but nowadays, so when you get fish, so the fish that's not here in Canada, the fishing boats, they have like flash freezers. So they fish the fish and they flash freeze them like like right off the boat. Either on the boat or right on the shore, like within an hour type thing. And it's when you get it from the store, it's just as good as eating it in the Maritimes, like when you're right on the ocean. And so people say it's actually better to get the frozen fish than the fresh fish, because what's the fresh fish at the fish counter at some of the grocery stores, all it is frozen fish that has been defrosted, but now it's defrosted a day or so. When the canal was finished, the pond was overflowed when the lake was created, so the fish had no natural predator but men. Any and all you wanted. That's cool. No. It was cooler. It was a bit cooler on Thursday and Friday ish. Like it was still hot. Not heat advisory, but now we're back in the heat wave again. Heat advisory warning all week. No rain. We had rain Friday night, overnight, for a bit, but not enough to make puddles. Freezing my lime fruits, always fresh fruit in minutes. Not working with mandarins. I haven't tried lemons as I have pounds of free supplements. That's awesome. Yeah, so here, so if you go to Starbucks and you get um, like one of those lime refreshers, they slice their limes and freeze them, so it's a frozen slice of lime thrown in there. Because I was like, this, because I'm like looking at it, I'm like, it's frozen. Because it wasn't a fresh, like the color was off, like it wasn't a bright green, like it was kind of a palish green. One bite during breeding. It's beautiful and clear, and you can watch it as you dangle a fisherman over right in front of his face. Image of a gunny sack as well. Did you live in Canada? That is cool. Yeah, I tried Google. Gunny sack. Gunny sack. Okay, so it's the sacks that you do races in the the sack races. Okay, cool. Like potato sack. Lemon flavor. Slushies. Yum. Grip and parents, they were teachers. Oh, you make ice cream with your Vitamix? Or Vitamix? Vitamix. I have one too. I got one for my 40th birthday. I've never made ice cream. I made smoothies and stuff. I have a first cousin who married a Panamanian in the States for years now, but for a while they lived in Panama when they first got married. One of the Carolinas or Florida. They moved together a few years. There's the seven. Well, yes. Well, the 7 layers of connection to um, bacon. Water and ice with the cup you plan to pour in at least 3 or 4 tablespoons of sugar, 2 or 3 few fresh frozen beer. I like your idea there. Add vodka, add rum. Frozen banana, vanilla, sugar, or Splenda, and cream and milk. Can be more milk. Soft serve ice cream. Ooh. I feel the same thing with rum. Rum makes everything better. Vodka too, but hubby likes vodka. He doesn't like rum. Yum. A glass of wine every year. True. Not that I'm promoting drinking, but it does. On a hot day, a nice cold drink definitely hits the spot. You gotta. I know one lady online though, through spinach, butter, and banana, and her smoothies along with frozen yogurt and other stuff. Mm. Yes. I've tried spinach in that in a smoothie, and as long as you keep it to like a handful, you don't taste the spinach at all. So it might look greenish, but it still tastes like berries. You're back. Did you go drink water? Were you thirsty? Hubby likes beer and wine, but he drinks very, very little bit. Wait, 112 back. Yeah, my husband doesn't like beer. Um, Sometimes when we're out, like if he's with friends that are going for beer, he might try like one of those fancy beers, the craft beers. He's not a beer person. He'd rather have a mixed drink. We like Caesars, which is kind of like your Bloody Marys, but with clamato juice, and usually with the um, celery salt rim and celery in it, or like a extreme bean pickle or some olives inside. Princess is all like, I want some loving. I need loving. Yes. Well, really? I tried Splenda when it was first came out. You cannot tell. Get wet. Try stevia. Stevia is from a plant, so it's actually a plant base. It doesn't have as much, um, well, it doesn't have all the chemical compounds of like aspartame and Splenda and stuff like that. But stevia is really good. Also, xylitol, that's the one, and erythritol. They're both plant based. One's if you have birch allergies, I think it's erythritol. I think it's called. You shouldn't take that one because it's from a birch tree. A couple of tablespoons of peanut butter in your smoothie with spinach. Yeah, I don't know. We'd have to put lots of chocolate in there to cover up that. So a chocolate peanut butter, a cocoa peanut butter. Well, stevia is better. Only thing I can't stand stevia in coffee. I tried when I was trying to cut out sugar a few years ago, and now I just drink my coffee with cream because I just can't. Yesterday, I bought a package of those pre-made frozen hamburger fries. I have just made two for lunch for a little while ago. Oh, very good and cooked up quickly on the cast iron griddle. Cool. Yes, we sometimes buy the frozen burgers too because my husband likes them because they're flat. and when they cook, they still stay flat. When I make homemade burgers, they always seem to um, go round. Even if I try and make them flat, they when they cook, they bunch up. So putting toppings and stuff makes they fall off the burger and makes the burger very messy. So he prefers when I make burgers for to be on a bun to get the frozen burgers. So we can grab. Oh yes. Yeah, we don't have a butcher close by. I would have to, if I took the bus, like we have a butcher in the grocery store, but it's not quite a butcher. Like, they cut meat. You sell potatoes in them as well many years and years and years ago. Okay, because I was gonna say we used to call them potato sack races. I've heard the term gutty sack, but I didn't clue in the same thing. V Via mix. There's a T. VIT. Vitamix. Vitamix. Viamix. Viamix. Achievement. Vitamix. Okay. Because I was gonna say there's a T. Wow. It's one more thing that I can't pronounce right. Do you have a running tally there, Donna? There's the TACO. There's pasta. There's our American showing. We say Vita, and others say Vita. See, I don't know which one's which. So there were about 12 in the frozen burger patties for $12.99. It took up very little space in the freezer, so I thought it was a great bar. Our patty is a good price. Up to, like, I will even pay about $1, I think 50 a patty. So sometimes we have packages of the burgers for like $9 or $10, but there's only like 8 patties in there. I think that's a pretty good mix, as long as it's like the good burgers. Just by country, there's also those that say Vita. Two of us can eat for 6 days on that package. And when we run out of burger buns, we could use bread or make patty melts. Or have my mom used to make hamburgers, fries, and gravy. So what she would do is chop up some potatoes and fry them in oil, and then cook the burgers in a pan and pour a can of gravy. Sometimes, like if you had mushrooms or onions, you put that in there as well, and you just serve it like that. So you put the fries on your plate and the burgers and the gravy all over the burger and the fries. Oh, Princess came back. Did you go drink? Your chin is wet. You've been drinking water. Are you thirsty, little kitty? Are you? Are you a thirsty little kitty? Headbutting me. You're a silly kitty. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Hey, puppy's breath. How's it going? 80 more hours needed. Up to now, 3,920. Woohoo! Yes. Oh, you miss your Gracie. Yeah. Oh, did I scare you with petting you there? Make a burger on a plate. Circle of ketchup on a plate. Place a patty with a ton of mustard, pickle then place cream and cheese too. Oh, yep. Yep, just a few hours to go. So if you have time, feel free to play a playlist. Wow. Yes, you're a good kitty. She's just purring away. Well, it also depends on the buns. My husband has issues when the buns are too thick versus the burger. Like there's not the meat to bread ratios off. He also finds the same thing with like cheese, grilled cheeses and stuff. Every video on the place. Awesome, thank you. It's a shame there's no In and Out in Canada. Hey, ya dubba dubba. How's it going? Yeah, I don't know. I know it's a burger spot, but I've never been to an In and Out. That's an odd name. I had a rude awakening just before 7 a.m. this morning. Huge bolt of lightning struck very nearby and shook the house. Wow. I guess you could say I was bolted out of bed. Yikes, that's for sure. Oh, okay. You stop purring there for a second, kitty. Your, look, her tail is wrapped on my arm, so I can't type. There are none in my area, Montana either. But 2 or 3 hours after sunrise, it got darker outside. Wow. I'll definitely mail you an In-N-Out burger if that's good. Yeah, I don't think they allow them to be mailed. A girl that grew up across the street from me in Arizona lives in Montana with her family now. Ties are binding us closer, Donna. Oh, you have a little dream. I bet it's so pretty there. Yes, well, it does look pretty. They say that In-N-Out burger is good. We don't have it here in Illinois. We do have a Jack, not Jack in the Box. Have a Jack's and a Checkers, which are very similar. We don't have either of those, and I've never heard of those. I've heard of Jack in the Box, but not Jack's or Checkers. And it's boring. We have McDonald's and Harvey's and Wendy's and um, that's it. As like burger franchises. Um, Harvey's, Wendy's, McDonald's. That's the only franchises we have. True, real sugar does come from plant. Sugar cane. Well, and sugar cane is healthier for you. Well, also other sugar, real sugar, comes from beets too. Sugar cane, sugar beets, and corn. Never heard of corn though. True, all are natural, but they're like sugar cane is better for you. I think it releases slower, but yeah, it's just not good for you. Not looking up, Jen. How many teaspoons? How many calories in 1 teaspoon of graduated sugar? 30 maybe. Now, do you want me to ask Google? Fun fact: for many years, Butte, Montana was a very union town. They would not allow non-union joints in town. Then the mines folded, and in the earliest we got our first McDonald's in the late 80s. Wow. Safer, cleaner, air nicer. Nicer for less crime. Boring. That sounds like Canada. Canada is safer, cleaner air. Healthier because we have, universal health care. Um, we're friendly people. Less crime. Well, definitely less violent crime. We might have more like kids doing vandalism type stuff. We have a ton of murders. Hey Google, how many grams of sugar? How many calories are in a teaspoon of sugar?
There are 16 calories in 1 teaspoon of granulated sugar.
So I was close. I said 30. So Google says it's 16. I've had has had 112. Hey Google, how many murders have been in Ottawa this year?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Hey Google, how many homicides are in 2018?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Hey Google, how many homicides has Ottawa had in 2000?
Here's a summary from the website cbc.ca. From 1985 to 2005, there was an average of about 10 homicides in Ottawa per year. The annual body count has crept up to about 12. You can't deny, if you look at the statistics, that there is a gradual increase in homicides.
So we have average of 12. 12 homicides per year. Hey Google, how many homicides were in Ottawa last year?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Hey Google, how many homicides were in 2017 in Ottawa?
I don't understand.
Oh, Google, you're a pain in the butt. I will have to type it out. In Ottawa. I'll do it for this year so far. Um, how many? Yeah, there's a movie that had a burger joint in there, had a castle. Um, so yeah, here's a map of all the shootings. But we've had 12 homicides in Ottawa. This one, we've had one shooting. Like there's been 31 shootings in all of Ottawa this year. So, and from criminals. We've had one shooting in Canada, which is the West End suburb. So yeah, so this is like Canada over here. So there's one. This is all Canada. That's downtown Ottawa. That's the river, the Ottawa River. And that side's Quebec. But then you prefer Salisbury steak, basically a hamburger pie with no bun on a plate of. Yes, I guess that would be considered a Salisbury. I was gonna say that's what my mom called it. Um, fries, hamburger fries and gravy. Okay, look a while. I can't find our city, but Montana has 36 manslaughters, and 2006 our biggest crimes is burglary. Well, I would think that gravy could be low carb too by using things like xanth gum or um, possibly cornstarch to thicken the gravy to be less carbs. I know Xanax the gum would thicken, or other stuff. Starts with a G. Yes, if you use Xanax gum, you can. Okay. Hey, how many calories? Okay, so I guessed 30 calories, and then I asked Google, and Google said 16. Sorry, I had said 30 calories in 1 teaspoon of sugar, and then after I had guessed, I had asked Google, and Google said 16 calories. I bought some single size yogurt today and was amazed at the variety out there. It was too much. Yes, there's so many varieties out there. You guys have a lot more flavors and stuff than we do up here. When we get yogurts and stuff, it's usually in the package, and there's usually like 3 flavors, where you get like 4 of each type or 3 of each type. Check your health food store. They will have it. Like we have it here in Bulk Barn, xylitol and erythritol. I think erythritol is from a birch tree. I think they're from 2 different trees. So if you have birch tree allergy, but we can get them in bulk. But also you can get online. So like if you guys were in like you're in the States, if I lived in the States, I could order a whole bunch of things online. Like if you check out like Trim Healthy Mama, they have their own bags of the stuff too now. They used to not, but they get off Amazon. If you get a lime flavored yogurt and add 1 plain graham cracker to it. Oh, yum. Yes, I love the lime yogurt and the lemon yogurt. It's like key lime pie or lemon meringue pie. Yum. But they don't have those flavors when you get the mixed flavor yogurt. You only can get those flavors in the big tubs. And sometimes you can get those flavors in the Greek yogurt, where you get like 4 of them, which are way more expensive, at least here in Canada. As I said, you guys have so many more flavors and varieties. It's just yummy. Most of the sugar-free sugars have been very unhealthy for you. Yes, well, that's why I say stevia and xylitol and erythritol are better than the um, aspartame or Splenda ones. Dinner, they ordered Chinese food, so of course it was wonderful. But it was late. It took them over an hour to deliver, like from the time that we ordered. I think it was an hour and a half, and it usually is like 45 minutes to an hour. Like they said, it was it was Sunday. It was going to be slow, but that was a little bit much because they two super soup and they are over 100 or 1,000 times sweeter. Guess how many calories? I want a cow. I'm pretty sure I'm not actually lactose intolerant, but rather sensitive to a beta casein protein that is commonly found in Holstein milk. Most dairies raise those darn black and white cows. Yes. Well, I've heard of corn syrup, but not corn um, sugar. I have to have a sweet treat occasionally. Well, I said after. Like I guessed 30. I guessed 30 first, then looked it up. Chinese food at my in-laws. Canadian tuxedo crime against fashion. Wow. I sort of. It wasn't like 100. Yes, that's what I was going to say. Xylitol and I think erythritol is bad for animals. So if you do have those, make sure that they're not that the animals don't get at them. Well, it's kind of like dogs eating chocolate. They shouldn't eat chocolate. It's bad for them. So you have to keep it with the chocolate, and you should be fine. Yes, well, I've heard of corn syrup. I've used corn syrup. It's high fructose. It has, I think, more sugar than sugar because it's in liquid form. Then don't give them. True. Well, you're not supposed to give them that anyways. 1 year grown got a ton of chocolate chips for a charity and she left them down. Got into it. We were so worried, but lucky it was such a low class chocolate didn't hurt. Well, yeah, so there that's the thing. If you get like dollar store chocolate, there's not enough cocoa bean stuff in there to affect the dog because I think it's the cocoa. But if you got the good chocolate, then your dog gets into it. Well, we also had a friend's dog who at Thanksgiving, like she made a cherry pie, an apple pie, and a chocolate pie, and the dog got into, like, she made two of each of those pies and had them like on a pie rack in the dining room, and she closed the dining room door. But somebody went into the dining room to set the table and didn't close the door fully. Her dog got in there and ate all three pies at the bottom. One was a chocolate, one was a cherry pie, and one was apple pie. Ate all three, all of it. The dog was sick, but wasn't it didn't die because the chocolate that was in it was um like more sugar than chocolate. But not because of the xylitol. I guess the cocoa. Yeah, the xylitol is for like there's something with it that the sugar it doesn't. I mean that's why it's good for dieting. It doesn't raise your glucose your GI index, but I think your body also doesn't know what to do with it and just kind of flushes it out. So you still get the sweet, but you don't get the calories and stuff added to your body. But I think with animals, their digestive system just doesn't know what to do with it and can cause like things wrong with it. Mm. But my daughter's cat Sushi likes coffee, so if I don't watch my coffee cat, if she comes by, she'll knock it over and drink it. Corn syrop's a lot cheaper to produce and use than cane sugar, so that's why it's well, and that's the thing that it makes things so much sweeter. It didn't poison your. Yeah, that was because my it happened to my friend. So now when she makes pie, that was one time making pies for Thanksgiving. She doesn't keep them in the dining room. She keeps them in the kitchen. Did I tell you? No, you didn't get your. Didn't tell me you got your hair cut. How short did you go? All my dyed blonde hair from last year got cut off. Now the front top is white and the backside is dark gray. Can't wrap my brain around that fact. Well, you could re-dye it. Oh, awesome! Thank you. Puppy's breath. Mm. Two-toned English sheepdog. That's cute. I do not want to see like any close-ups. No, that there's no close-ups. I'm just saying that you're really behind on the um video there, Donna. It was just the crime. I was just talking about how in the city there's only been 12, and on average that's what we have. I hope she didn't leave. I was just talking about, there was talk of the crime rates, and I was just saying that there's not really a lot of crime here. We don't have a lot of violent crime or anything. We have a lot of stupid crime, like people breaking into cars and stealing, like, not stealing the cars, but stealing the stuff in the cars. That's about the biggest crime that we have here. And people stealing your boxes off your front step. That's about the major crime, especially where I live. So that's why it's like, I saw that he was dropping off the guy earlier, so I wanted to make sure I picked up for the um, getting the shredder that I opened up. Oh, you missed. I opened up a box. The doorbell rang. Opened up a box, and it was the paper shredder that my husband ordered at like 10 o'clock last night off Amazon. The joys of Prime next day shipping. Ottawa just got a Prime, not Prime, an Amazon warehouse here. Drivers. So, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. So we got 1,000 new jobs here in Ottawa, and um, those are jobs that don't like require um, like a university or college degree. So it's minimum wage and or above, depending on, I guess, the skill. Because I think you have to have a forklift license and stuff like that, like whatever warehouse stuff like training you need. And then drivers is a separate thing. So that'll be good for the economy because we have a lot of high tech ones here in Canada, in Ottawa, and then we have, well, the minimum wage jobs are the franchises and the retail and restaurants. But we need a lot more kind of like in the middle jobs. We have higher ones and we have lower ones. It's the middle ones that are sometimes hard to come by. Um, what they find is like a lot of people are way more qualified than their job requires because we get a lot more people with college university skills and diplomas and stuff going for lower paying jobs because they can't find something in their field because they say got a history degree or something like that, which you can get good jobs in, but those jobs are very few. So, and since we don't have a lot of manufacturing places here in the city, there is some out in the country. Um, we're missing that kind of like good paying jobs that don't require extensive skills from like student loans and stuff like that. So, but what's funny is in Canada, the most booming areas are high tech and senior residences. Okay, like retirement residences and stuff like that. We have like 3 being built near us, and I'm like, Canada's the place to retire. But we have a lot of high tech companies here in Canada too, but they're like smaller offices, or they're Canadian um, office. So, well, I should get going. I really gotta start cleaning the kitchen and getting supper started. Because apparently people want to eat. And it's going to get hot. I'm not looking forward to that. But thanks for hanging out with me today and chatting. I really appreciate it. And I won't be live tomorrow I will go live Wednesday morning, I think. I'll have to check my schedule. But tomorrow I have something booked in the morning and something in the afternoon. Awesome. Well, thanks for popping by. I'm sorry you were a bit late today. Um, I love having everybody in here, and I love chatting with everybody. Have a great day. Bye.